life, a lawn and a picket fence, a dog and a wife. You can print out a house, you can print out a car, you can video yourself and you can become a star. Say what you like, speak your mind and be liked. See yourself on every face you watch on channel 45, while the music's always changing with the flow of the tide. And the special effects look like they come from real life, but they need that control. They choose what to feed, and they'll have you believe it, baby, when they say you go to hell. When they said you'd go to hell. When they said you'd go to hell. When they said you'd go to hell. Just another day, waiting for something different. Write another song, sing it for those who listen. There will come a day I don't have to feel the pressure. Feelings all aside, am I doing the wrong thing? I said that by the time I'm 25 I'd lose the opportunity to start a life, and now the time is starting to catch up to me. I'm 26 and every love I've had is a stranger. Friends are getting married with a house and I haven't changed. I'm a motherfucking gentleman, I'll show you my heart. Let you hold it with both hands, but you'll just tear it apart. And I'm not asking for much, but I'm afraid that the cards that I've been dealt have all but put me in a casket of scars. And no, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Buster Keaton was a stuntman playing games with his life. Groucho Marx brought all the slapstick when the talkies arrived. That Mel Blanc had all the voices, yeah, no two were alike. Don Rickles showed you love with words that skinned you alive. Andy Kaufman was an enigma, no one knew what to think. Norm Macdonald brought you news with smug retorts of reality. Chris Farley brought the party while John Candy brought the heart. George Carlin was a rebel blending comedy with smarts. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. Kids that you knew, while Paul Rubens was so quirky with his cheery attitude. Jim Henson was a mastermind of puppets and art. Graham Chapman was King Arthur, a messiah and a god. Sam Kinison was rowdy, he would scream out his lungs. Rodney Dangerfield had eyes that made you spit out your tongue. Leslie Nelson was so serious, yeah, surely you knew. Lucille Ball was making history with a sitcom or two. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes. The attitude of Richard Pryor with the whimsy of Gene Wilder. Robin Williams gave up the ghost but his smile was never wider. Larry, Curly and Moe have gone off to heaven knows, but they're probably smoking cigars with Charlie Chaplin and Bob Hope. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes again. All my favorite comedians are dead and it was said they live forever. Now the joke's on them, they'll never tell their jokes. I gave you my best. Why does love always leave me depressed? Where things went wrong, I would never have guessed. You seem so happy during, but you're a girl, and I don't have everything that a girl wants. But you sure made it feel like I was loved once. Ghosted me, wanted to call you a very mean girl. And the androgynous boys love the androgynous girls, and when they open their hearts, they find a whole other world. And when they take off their clothes, all the angelic will sing. But then they're willing to part as if they don't feel a thing. But the androgynous girls love the androgynous boys. Just a hand on the waist is all it takes to enjoy. And when they're locking their eyes, biting their necks and their ears, you better lock up your arms or they just might disappear. Okay, I'm doing better, I forgot your name. Give it a while and I'll forget your face, but I won't forget your legs. 'Cause I'm a boy, and I just want everything that a boy wants, like driving vintage cars and shooting shotguns. But maybe that's not man enough. And the androgynous boys love the androgynous girls, and when they open their hearts, they find a whole other world. And when they take off their clothes, all the angelic will sing. But then they're willing to part as if they don't feel a thing. But the androgynous girls love the androgynous boys. Just a hand on the waist is all it takes to enjoy. And when they're locking their eyes, biting their necks and their ears, you better lock up your arms or they just might disappear. And the androgynous boys love the androgynous girls, and when they open their hearts, they find a whole other world. And when they take off their clothes, all the angelic will sing. But then they're willing to part as if they don't feel a thing. But the androgynous girls love the androgynous boys. Just a hand on the waist is all it takes to enjoy. And when they're locking their eyes, biting their necks and their ears, you better lock up your arms or they just might disappear. A drunk guy yells at his wife to put some sunscreen on. Hawaiian shirts with bellies poking out. But I can't stop to notice that you've got your best dress on. The one with polka dots and yellow flowers. So make some noise for the yacht rock band. They can play a little longer till the check comes in for my strawberry water ice. We can move a little slow with margaritas in our hands. And wouldn't it be so nice to take in another sunset with our feet in the sand, with my strawberry water ice in hand. Red is a lobster, the burned man vomits out his shrimp. The seagulls flock and gobble up the bits. comes in. So bring out another plate of chicken strips. So make some noise for the yacht rock band. They can play a little longer till the check comes in. For my strawberry water ice, we can move a little slow with margaritas in our hands. And just to throw my way. I see how you throw them all away. A whole lot of money going on. They say the wealthy will not get paid, but I see them on their holidays. A whole lot of money going on. 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 I wish I'd won the lottery so I'd fly non-commercially. A whole lot of money going on. The money would go to hopes and dreams, directing and producing movies. A whole lot of money going on. 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 Is this a dying dream? Is there no such thing as prosperity? Is it inability? We know it doesn't grow on trees. I wish I could just show my face and everyone would throw cash my way. A whole lot of money going on. Press record, then sit there and say whatever comes to my mind that day. A whole lot of money going on. 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 Do you wonder why your body yields to your mind? Monsters in the dark while lying awake at night. Figures moving from the corner of your eye. The weight of someone you don't know sinking from behind. Do you wonder why your body yields to your mind? still